And you're live.
Thanks for having me here today. I'm going to talk to you about using the thrusting tip on a sword. It's not just something you do with a little extra leftover piece of foam. If you're going to put one on there, you should know how to use it. I know you've all encountered the person who is sitting there. We're not going to do that today. What we're going to talk about is how to use this sword mechanically to be an effective killing weapon against any given defense. Now, can I do that? Theoretically, yes. Okay. When I took this class, I've never taught a class before, so you're all, in this experience with me. I tried to break down what I do. So a lot of this stuff is, very, you're going to have to take what's good for you and spit out what's bad. Doesn't matter to me. I know what's good for me. So the first thing that I do with the thrust is I try to put my opponent in the optimal position. And I thought about that, and I thought about things and ways to do that. So I created drills that go with every little piece of this. We'll see how many. Probably not going to go through them all, but I'm going to demonstrate them. So if we all want to redirect out here, I've got some vaguely circle-shaped things.
And it's not raining for once. So, Your Grace, can you introduce yourself and maybe a little bit of fun background?
Hi, my name is Duke Valhric. I am a meat popsicle. I reigned for the first time in the Midrealm about 20 years ago, and then I reigned 10 years later in Atlantia.
How many kingdoms have you been to?
I've lived everywhere, with the exception of Drakenwald. I've seen a lot of different fighters, and my style is unique and seasoned by all that I've learned. So this is a drill designed called ring control. You would do it with another opponent. I have a circle here. My job during this drill is to keep my opponent with my pressure inside of this ring, this large ring, and maneuver him to the small ring where I'll throw my shot and kill him. You go back and forth about every 60 seconds. So, and he's trying to get to these outside corners and get past me. If he gets out of the circle, I haven't really done my job, and I'm trying to keep him in a circle. Now, clearly, if he wants to get out of the circle, he's gonna get out of the circle. But you kind of got to want to make the drill happen to have the drill happen. So that's. So
would you say the key on this drill is to kind of, that's the place where you want him, because that is the place he is in that space where you
right.
Hit him. Right?
And the way that I did this is I set the circle at where I want my main thrust. This is the distance I want my opponent at, right here, for me to stab him anywhere. Once we're out here, I could probably still land the thrust from about this distance, but it doesn't have the right power generation, and it gets a little more chancy. And what I'm looking for here is a good powered body thrust, which I mean, for me, I feel like the job is to make the navel touch the spine. And that's where, because you don't want your opponent to misunderstand. It's about being clear. So from here, I'm moving him. He's pushing me. There's an exchange. Throw the shot when he gets into the circle. Okay? So
people can understand what's happening a little bit. Is that he's providing a focus point where exactly he knows where he is.
Yep.
And this is the part of the drill that's really important, because if he's somewhere different, he has to change. But if he's always in the perfect location.
So what this also helps you do is it helps you know as soon as your opponent anywhere on the field steps into that location, you know what it is and you're ready to throw that shot. It's like the movie Top Gun, when you see like he's looking at the target and there's the shape of an airplane, and then all of a sudden the bad guy airplane's in the shape of the airplane and he hits the missile and boom. That's what you're doing. You're moving him into that spot for that to happen. Then with thrusts and almost any other shot, you need probing and faking. Okay. And what you want to do is elicit a real response. And level of experience of your opponent requires a different level of subtlety in your probes and fakes. For this next drill, it's a baiting drill. And how I would normally do this is we'd all rotate through and we'd start looking at individual reactions of a high fake, a medium fake, a threat, and watch what he reacts to, what your opponents are looking for. And you want to start seeing from these fakes how well you can get openings. And the openings that you're looking for are the pockets of the body for a thrust. You want this armpit, this hip socket, the armpit, it's a personal favorite. And you want to see what you can do to get him to give you something.
So Val,
yeah.
The drill, what is the opponent do?
The opponent is reacting. He's just reacting. Yep. And
let's actually do. You showed the first one. Let's go ahead and go ahead. We'll see about paint. Can somebody paint one more box out? And let's do that first drill of yours.
Okay.
And then we'll go into the probing drill, and you can see what that person's going to do. Nope, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Yeah.
Yes.
Is your circle here the diameter roughly, the radius roughly the length of the sword, or is it different?
It is exactly the length of my sword. Now, to be fair, I came out here and you watched me.
Yeah, you just know the length of.
I know the length of my sword.
Because when you're fighting someone, you're always a little donut.
All right. So in this exercise, and Val's going to help everybody. And why don't you go ahead and grab the first two people?
Okay.
And then we're just going to switch, grab the next two people.
Don't really try to stab anybody. None of us have, well, some of us have armor on.
We do have some bobber swords if you feel more comfortable.
That's probably...
We will have some pads that we'll stab later.
Yep.
For points.
Okay.
Thank you.
So everybody just kind of take 60 seconds in, switch, do 60 seconds, and just everybody who wants to rotate through this.
Get next to any other circle over here.
So your object is you want to get to the outside of the box. You want to keep him on the inside of the box.
To clarify this, he wants to go to the outside of the box on one spot either side of
So
it.
you might come over
Correct.
here, you might come over into this position to force him back.
So wherever he's going to try and angle out, he's not going to run that way.
Right.
And his goal
Correct.
is to be a jerk and never do that. So be relaxed. This is half speed, quarter speed for everybody. But I'm a dick. I know.
So
And then when he gets to when you get him onto that center spot,
There you go. Right there.
boom.
See?
Yep. And then
Do you kind of see how you're manipulating
yeah.
to
as we
move
went
to the
back and
place
forth, and
you
then
want
we
to make
stepped
that
back onto
happen?
the spot.
Yeah.
I got you. That's fine. So,
And now you also don't have a thinking portion.
I wasn't on the
See
spot.
how you were
That's what
1
you
foot
wanted
on
to
the
do.
spot.
So
Yeah.
I got this out.
Right,
You
take your
wanna cut me
time.
off? There.
Now
Yes,
you're on.
okay.
Right.
Yep. Right there, right there.
It also reduces your thinking time.
That makes sense.
Right?
Yep.
helps them understand where you're coming from. So,
Do you think it's useful?
yeah, I think it's 100%. I really like the focus spot, right? Get off that.
You don't want to be there.
No, too early. See, now you kind of got forced up, and you had to move away, right? So work them around.
Guillaume had a good word.
Okay, there you go. Take your time. Try to work him onto that. And as soon as he steps in that spot, that's the time to go. Right there. Ah! See how that was? You see how that kind of, you like slipped and then fell into the damn thing, and then he thrusted you. That's it. Good. Good. Little off, right?
So you're waiting for him to literally
Be on that spot.
that spot. That's what you're trying to push
Try it
him
again.
into. So when he gets there, that's when you throw.
Right. Try it again. And you don't look down. You shouldn't worry about where the spot is. Okay? Keep working. That's it. And
Working
you go
him.
back and forth. You don't need to be up there.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Notice when you're given this focus time to throw, right? It's really interesting. It's like, okay, step down, I go. That's it. Keep going. That's it. Get on the outside. Keep working them. Keep working.
Keep working them.
Right there. A little
You don't have to stay on the outside. You can come in
and you can step out.
and you can step out wider.
Step out. Step out. Get a little more distance. Get in a little distance, and then kind of slowly force them back. Right there. Hey.
Bang.
You see how you're slowly forcing him back? You're like, I'm going to get him right where I want him. Yeah, you're in. No, we leave off that side. So your job is, don't even think about that. Okay? So the idea is, again, just make sure. The idea is, you can be anywhere.
Yep.
You can be way out here. If you have to get in here, it doesn't matter, right? The inside person's job is just to stay with me.
Not get here. Watch. Hold this. Do you wanna?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could be here.
So he's in the inside. He's in the inside, and I wanna.
You see how he's pulling me forward?
That's.
Okay. Try to keep that good range between you.
Yeah. Again, it requires a cooperative opponent.
Yes.
You have to work with them. Okay.
Yeah, you see how you can't. Now you're too close, right? Right. Now pull. Just pull. Just step back a step and see she comes with you. There you go. See, now go.
And you can pull your opponent by doing all kinds of things. You know, you can keep a lot of pressure on them and then relax the pressure and fade. And they want to step forward. They want to come into that.
I didn't mean to stand that hard though. No, you're good. You want on the your turn.
Take your time. Yeah, keep working. Side to side, step back and forward. See how you're pushing her off the point. And then when she comes to the point, that's what you want. Try to get her in that point. Just say pull back because she's way far away. There you go. Now work her back over. All right, almost there. There. Exactly. You notice you had to adjust over here because she came over here, so you adjust over here and it kind of pushed her.
Yeah, I'm not there. I don't even know what I was thinking. Keep me on my toes. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Almost. Now, if you're shorter, by the way, this circle may be comfortable. Right? So be careful. The sword length is that, but
It's actually my
sometimes.
arm length.
Yeah, the arm length is the problem, right?
That was it.
I'm tiny.
I was like, I don't know. I'm just a little nervous.
You can be over
That's
it a
why.
little bit.
Well, that's why I'm on this one and not that one. Because
That one's even bigger.
Yeah.
There you go. Good. So you see now you're doing really linear. Think about when he steps that way, you step it. Okay, do it again.
Step this way. Turn.
Turn him. Yeah. See, turn him. Pull him now. He's too far back. Right there. Yes. Does that make sense?
I still want to be in range no matter what. I just don't want to get caught
Go.
up.
That's it. Give some room. Right. Remember, you're still wanting to kind of thrust her back. So if
I'm stabbing her back?
Well, no,
He
you
said
want,
no.
you want
You
to.
want to. You want to, but
So
you
then-
can't.
because I could just stand right here, and if you move over here, I could just stand right here the whole time. This is a fight. You're both engaged.
Optimal.
I missed part of it.
No, that's a fight.
You're like, I'm just gonna stand back here. I'm like, well, I can't get you in front of it. Okay. I'm like, my bad. Sorry.
You're good. You're too good at the game.
And sometimes make it slower.
Oh, that was me.
Then pull them. There you go. Oh, there you go. Yeah, right, almost close. Good. Yep. Yeah. Okay, right there. Yeah. You see how
Nice.
you're just working those angles
Yeah.
to push them back to the point you make your commitment.
Once we realized my part, it was much better.
No, this is good because again, this is a newer drill. I really like it.
Oh, I like it.
No, this is great. I like this for teaching people who don't understand the range.
And you're learning so many things,
Yeah.
right? You're learning like, hey, I want to push them back that way. Oh, I want
It's
to pull
also
them.
making you do lateral.
Yep.
Like, I like it.
I do.
Right.
That's a good one.
All right. I think we're going to do like a quick body mechanic of the thrust next.
Okay.
Okay? Because I think angles might be a little hard.
Yeah,
'Cause
right
do
now.
that with a glove.
Yeah, I get you.
Have
But
a
let's.
very-
There is actually the next one. Let's stand that person in the center and not let them move, and the outside person, like low thrust,
Thrust.
where they fake a throw.
Yep.
Where does that? What openings do you see? And just ask them to call them out.
Cool.
When you stab me, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
So you're like you're touching
Hey, stop you! Stop there! It's annoying.
just to sort of keep them
From going too far away.
from flying away, right?
Yeah, that's the hard
Maybe
part.
that. I mean, I don't know if that would. Right, because then you're also, then
Give
also
her more
because
room.
you
it.
have an auto carry there, right?
See?
So
Yeah.
you really have
Yeah.
I like that.
to push it. Because I think it's very confusing
That
getting
pull.
inside, and you're like,
It's
well,
that
I'm not
pull.
sure.
Yeah.
Am
What
I
am I
fighting
supposed
back?
to do?
Well, I'm like, we're both too close. I'm like, I'm not going to get any closer.
Right.
I was waiting for that last pull.
Yep. That
All
last
right.
pull.
Has everybody had a chance to do that? A little bit?
The good part on that last pull was, as you're like, I think if I do this, they're going to come forward, and as they did, you went.
Yeah. Well, she was
All right.
at first, which is what was happening.
So
But
then
see how you're making.
the next drill that we're going to do, and we'll rotate through this.
Okay.
Is person on the outside. You don't have to do this in a circle, but you know what? Everything's in a circle today. And you're gonna put pressure, not necessarily, and you're looking for a reaction.
Right. And so now he's going to see what that reaction is. He'll call it. So he'll make a move.
Yep.
This is for you guys.
So this is a face thrust. Boom.
Even though he's putting the pressure kind of down on the hip, now he changed it to turn it somewhere else. Okay? Do it again. I went up high because I was trying to take this upper face thrust away. Now he's changing his angle of the sword and going for that. But we're recognizing these are all probes, by the way, for people that are asking what those. But if you don't know and he just goes for the face thrust, thank you.
Yep. So you want to, and a lot of times when you're developing the fight, and we're out here and we're moving, and I'm trying that, and I say, oh, I saw that, I saw that, I saw that. And you find that opening. It's a real fast learning curve because you only have a few seconds.
But in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to break that slower. You're going to say, and if you're like, is like, no, I recognize that as this, go ahead and let your opponent know it. So they learn that it's like, okay, maybe I saw that wrong and I need to look at it again. But this is the case where what he's trying to do is probe, see what else opens up for those thrusts. Okay? And the person out there is going to set up and then look and say, there's the open ending, I think. And it's good enough to make that scenario. Well, we can add a shield later to this, but right now we're not going to worry about it. Right now we're like, if I probe it low thrust, then I might be here. Right? Here's wrong boulder, a guy on the ground. Is like, look.
Everybody get the concept, general concept?
All right, next two.
Next two.
The part I'm not quite understanding is the calling of the thing.
So watch. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. He's gonna probe for a thrust. Yeah.
So I'm just
and you're
supposed-
just
I'm
gonna
supposed to be
react.
blocking
What would
and-
you do for this thing?
And I'm particularly trying to block a thrust.
Yeah,
You-
he's gonna probe with it. You
So
can-
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, later-
For the
Yep.
purpose of the drill.
You could
For the
change
purpose
it.
of the drill.
I'm looking to
These
take
are-
away.
Yeah.
So that would have been there. You
Right,
would
but he
have that.
stepped out, so
Right,
it wasn't
that's
there.
okay.
Right?
I'm not worried about him stepping out. You just. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's hard to not do it.
I know, right?
Okay, got it.
Okay, so one more. I'll let you try.
Yeah.
So,
Think of a different style thrust you might throw. Right?
I think that would have worked.
I don't know
if
that I
you-
can break this.
If you'd have
I don't
come
know.
down,
That's a
that
hard
would
one.
have
You're
I
been.
don't
very
think I could like.
committed on
Yeah.
Oh, is that where you wanted to come on?
Well, I was trying to come. I was trying to.
But he
was
He was thinking. You were thinking.
I
Okay,
overfeigned.
if he blocked this,
Yeah.
where could I go?
You did come down.
So let
And
me
make-
try it again with less. I think I overcommitted my fate. It's not a fate. I actually thrusted the person sitting in front of you. So I want to go like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa.
Okay.
Now switch.
Now you're trying to stab me.
So I'm trying to change that.
Right.
Actually
so now,
stabbing me.
Right.
I was gonna hit you
and
with
remember,
the door in the way.
yeah, remember, it's
That
a
doesn't
fake.
count.
It's like
You fake
attention.
first,
It's
fake
not even a
first.
fake. So there, you went for kind of the right there.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
see
Yeah,
now.
yeah, you got it. So
So
you had
now
me twice.
break it up. Break it up even more. Right now you're faking, acting.
Oh, it's just one fake.
One
and
fake
oh,
and
oh,
one
my
is
fault,
open.
my
And I think also this one, they have to have one foot on the circle.
Yeah.
Huh?
Because when someone faints at you, you're like,
Big-
I want
Yeah.
to step back.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
So we're just really staying stacked.
Yeah, a
you're
little
just
bit.
gonna-
You can change a little, but one step. Right. So when you went high,
When
you're
high was
like,
the
I
fake.
think that's. I think
Right.
even that one you could probably.
I probably kind of out there. was just
Exactly.
probably-
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Right.
because you got the that.
Do
one
you
was-
see how you're making? There's really intentional pieces. There.
Yeah, that makes sense.
because your feint on the second one was stronger. So, but because of that, you didn't try to go like corner to corner.
Right.
You just went like
Just right
here to
beside it.
here, right?
Yep.
Because you went wide, so I had to come way wide.
All right. Next two. This is something I used to do actually, just with swords. It'd be like, I want you to pressure me, and you're like, dude, tell them to call a hit stop. Then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's speed it up, and all you're gonna do is point because you can't think as fast as you can speak, or you can't speak as fast as you can. I say, make a good pressure, and then think what was open. Right? Because you're committed so far out, you're overcommitted. Now make it a smaller pressure. Okay. Yeah. Right? Forward go. Right up into the face. Where would you go? Yeah, you could totally. This is thinking. Yeah, there you go. Now where would you go? So, yeah, right. You probably could have gone a little under.
Okay.
Right? So just think about the things you can do. Okay, so you remember that first one needs a little smaller. If you're overly committed on your first one, you can't do a second. Now, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. You get time.
I've got it. Now I go into movement.
Ah.
So,
Yeah.
following, I have angles of attack. Do you think that that's worth it?
You could probably. They use a lot of angles here.
Yeah.
Talk about how they used them here.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because
Yep.
you're going through it right now.
Yep, and then I'll roll into
Yep.
body mechanics and making those angles bite.
Where's that drop?
This way because it stayed high, and I expected it to come down. Because the emperor didn't have it. I was just curious.
So where are you feet?
Yeah, underneath, right
I
there.
had
Right?
to
All right, trade.
trying
Is
to
that was
feint
your
this
feet?
way.
So by
I'm
your
thinking
steps,
with
you
my
were trying to
feet.
feint from over there. That's what
Yeah.
you're trying to show.
Yeah.
So it's okay to move.
Okay.
Don't put it up and check, or just your body mechanics.
Yeah, sometimes you could just drop,
Yeah, just drop and go.
and you don't even need to move the sword. Yeah, nah, you see how that commits, and then you're like, oh, I see what you're gonna do when I drop for that leg thrust.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. That's
Okay.
good.
Anybody else?
Anybody else want to go?
So if you guys are noticing, what you're doing is you're changing your angles.
Yes.
Let me see if I can mess up the instructions again. This way, if I mess it up, they can be like, "You messed it up." And then I get a chance to
You stay on the dot on this one.
Are you doing
I
a
do?
different one first?
You're not allowed to dodge. It's too easy to dodge. You have to actually pretend to block.
pretend to block.
Okay. Okay, so you're going right into the thing. Think of, you're actually already executing, and you don't know if she's going to block or not.
Yeah,
Does that
You
make
can do whatever you want,
So
Your
this time,
Grace.
I want you
You're not allowed to
drop this
retreat
one.
from.
I think you're all right.
Think about what's open. But don't thrust it. Now, what's open? Right. In fact, you may want to bring it over here so that the block.
So that if I do,
Yeah, exactly.
so it's
Yeah, there you go. Now go think about a different place you want to. Yeah. Now where's open? Yeah, exactly. Go outside the sword.
it's fencing.
Yes, it is.
Which is probably why you've reverted to a fencing stance.
Like
versus
why
the
you
one
have to
just
funny.
fought.
Well, she fights
I
Florentine
do
too.
fight, yeah. I fight this before anyway.
Now think of that.
It's an option.
It's an option.
I mean, it's a thing that I could do in theory.
So think of this in Florentine a little bit, and then you're just going to fake that you have get your feet to where you stand in Florentine. A little square. Now think you have a sword in that hand, and fake with that one, and think where your secondary sword would be. Right? Exactly.
Or like,
So yeah,
I don't know why that
exactly.
would
But
be
no,
open.
but
It's not a Florentine, but
but think
17
about
minutes.
what's happening here.
Oh,
if you're thinking-
great.
Just letting you know where your time was, because
Right. You're gonna have
Cool.
what you want to.
So if you
All right.
Obviously,
I'm gonna
I just
oh no.
I just haven't looked at the clock.
Right-handed.
Thanks.
And then if you distract me with the left hand, the left hand lead, I'm like, oh no, they're obviously left-handed.
We have 17 minutes
You have
left.
a lot more options.
You got 17 minutes.
Yeah.
No, we're running over a little.
All right.
yeah, that's where the
Yeah.
it's
I'm done.
All right. Did you want to do this?
Absolutely.
Switch. And then we'll move on after this.
That was too fast, sorry.
Yep, exactly.
My bad.
One exercise. Look, tell it where you think the position is very slow, where you think it's going to be.
Okay. I want to stab like that. I'm like, my left hand stabs.
So make it like you have a Madu, let's say,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, well, a lot of times I'm going to fake here,
Yeah,
so they come
yeah.
over.
See what
and
happens?
then it's
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what we're talking about.
here. Okay, so it's now.
So you know that maybe that wasn't the greatest idea, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. That's cool. Yeah.
Now it's there. Yeah, you
Yeah.
good pick on the hip joint.
Yeah. And then, like, if it was, like, if I was going to be here, and then you
Yeah.
said you do just straight
Yeah.
in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you did the down to the upright, so it's down when they came through. Like,
Yeah, see what happens.
That's just here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. Okay. Since I've only got, a little bit of time, I know we're all running over. I'm going to talk about a bunch of things
Hey guys, come on.
and try to have questions. So, Her Grace Antigone taught a really good class about body mechanics, and that comes in to thrusting, especially because if you don't have your body behind the thrust, it's not going to be there. So if you think about it, that your hand when you throw a thrust is it's the last point. That's where accuracy comes in. Okay, and the way that I pick the positioning and targeting of my thrust is the way that I learned to shoot. You point at things. You're really good at it. You do it all the time, and it's usually right on. When you have the sword in the hand, if you throw the thrust and you point with your thumb at the target, you will generally hit the target if the target still exists. If they put their shield there, you're going to miss. If they move out of the way, you're going to miss, but you're going to be on target. Okay? your shoulders are your drive and the stability of the thrust. So you want tension in your shoulders when you throw the thrust. You'll move your hips, and again, it's just a small rotation to pull yourself on target. So if we're moving and we're moving and we're moving and I stop and I pull my hip, okay? And that cocks and loads me. And then I start the shot with my shoulder and I end it with my wrist on my target with my thumb pointing at the target. Clearly I don't point my thumb, but you get the idea. You want that part of your hand. And whether you throw your thrust pronated or supinated, which, you know, you can choose based on the angle and based on what you have an opening for. Again, putting that, it's in line with your hand, it's in line with the blade. I always use a trigger. I use a trigger that is fairly tight, and when I'm delivering my thrust, I am squeezing with these two fingers and my thumb. And that pulls everything into line. And when you throw a thrust, you should be in line. All of that. And that will develop a good thrust. You know, you can do little probes like, you know, that. Now, if you wanted to throw a faster, shorter thrust, you do what's called a preen. And a preen is more of a tip cut. I would, and snap that into place. Do not practice this without a helmet.
Or do it on your
or do it on your PAL. And what you want to do is fire that shot, and you want to think about it like if you've ever been fishing, like you're casting a line, okay? And then you want that line to stop, and you put the brakes on it.
And the good part is you could actually set up like a pole in front of your PAL, right? This could be at the pole, and you smack the pole like you're throwing a shot. That's the block. The guy makes the block, right? So just go ahead and throw whatever shot, and then he throws it through, and he's your PAL. Go ahead, like you're throwing it at him.
Right.
So you're going to thrust him. There. Your PAL now. So, you know, the idea is go ahead and throw that preen.
Preen against here, and then,
Yep.
and then thrust.
Preen against that.
This is his blocking.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. So you're going to snap that.
And look, he knocks this over a little. Now what happens? Yep.
Boom.
Tiny little. So that's easy to practice on your PAL. You're going to throw that, and then you're going to, it's like, okay, bang.
Do you do a little, like, full mass transfer at the end, too, where you're like...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, if we're fighting, and I don't know that I'd ever throw up here on you. That wouldn't be, I'd be looking for here. I would throw that shot.
Oh, that's one way to do it, yeah.
Okay.
Fair.
And do you see
Would've
this?
blocked that with my
I don't
other
have a kinetic chain,
Yeah.
but what I have is I have a weight shift. I'm in a complete line, and even if he's coming forward, I promise you,
That's much worse.
he will stop.
Wait.
Pretty good.
No,
That's it.
And that's how you throw those thrusts. Okay? And you can, if you drop the low line, if you punch to the ground, you can come right under a heater shield.
I yield.
The key to remember on this is you notice how committed he is to the end of that thrust. How many people really say they really commit to a thrust often? Unless you're using Madu, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of times we'll put that thing there and we'll be waving it at them like we want to say hi.
So what happens if I commit to that thrust and I fail? I miss. So I'm here, okay?
Okay, so you're now gonna miss me?
I missed the thrust.
Oh, so
we're here.
Yeah.
I have my tip here. How do I recover from this?
Push up.
I would not recover backwards
That
from
would be
here.
very bad.
Okay? What I'm too committed on my front foot, and all of my weight is on this back foot. I would go
Yeah, he has to
here.
go in.
Okay? and open this hole.
Right.
And
now
then,
he's ahead.
and now we're at a fight.
Yeah.
But really, I would go from here back out to here, where I could threaten that thrust again, using what I learned from that. And now he has to respect that because it came close enough.
Yeah. And then you didn't fail after you did it, right?
Correct. And I didn't fail after I did it. So now I'm working back into that first drill where I'm moving. And now this is my feint. He reacts and I throw something. Do you see how it kind of all flows together? It's really hard to break down thrusting into, okay, well, you step forward and, you bayonet the other man, which, I mean, I'm also very good at that. But you have to have all of that, and you have to be able to have enough time and enough patience in your fight that you're watching for that opening. Now, I know from X amount of years of experience, if you have a Midrealm style heater and you step in this direction and you're at this measure, I can stab you in the penis without even trying. It's
You can't hit
boom.
mine. It's too small.
But so
Impossible target.
So again, that's what I'm doing here. I'm waiting for that shot. Now, different shields close at different speeds. You can fight a kite, which is very reactionary, and you can threaten that tip. And when you threaten that tip, you open the top. They still feel protected, but that top closes considerably smaller, so you can threaten that and drive, again, good body line, into the centerline chest, or this pectoral muscle thing.
The spot above the lamellar.
So, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
You talked about these pockets where you hit.
Mm-hmm.
Is that because these pockets are physically, because like stand stiff for a second. If I do this, it's a pretty broad base. There's a lot more weight here than if I do that.
Correct. And if I do this, I can physically move him. Very easy. If I catch him, say he has his sword high, and I catch him here, that's
Nobody likes it.
No,
Yep.
that's fine.
if I have, and even if we're using spear or another weapon, and he's down with a spear, and I hit him here,
Oh yeah, that.
I can collapse that arm as well and drive that. So you're looking for those bends and those pockets because you don't want to slip. And hopefully you throw that shot when that pocket's in front of another part of their body so that if you do slip, you trap. But you have to commit. You have to commit because if you're throwing to tag him, you're going to tag him and it's not going to matter. But if you're throwing to pith him, you can drive that shot in. I know that was kind of a long, winding road to get to stab the other man with the pointy end, but can I answer any questions? What are you thinking about? When you're using a thrust, what do you want to accomplish?
I have questions, but I don't know that everybody else wants to hear my
No,
questions.
right. You got those questions.
Question: a lot of the work that you've done for this drill has been with a sword. We really haven't seen examples with a shield. I see you
Yeah,
just picked
and
one
that's
up.
fine here. I
Do you
can.
want to demonstrate any working?
So
on
what
the
would
shield
you?
and opening,
So
creating
this is
openings?
again when we were talking earlier. He talked about.
I'm going to grab a boffer
Yeah, that's right.
just because.
He sees. He knows what a shield can block. So
Okay.
What are you thinking here?
So here, I would throw into here,
Okay.
perhaps, and that's that preen again.
Yeah.
Boom,
that's it. Yeah.
with the tip. If I'm here, I could pump here, and really, when you throw that thrust, what I'd like to see people do is not extend here. If you notice, I pull my wrist here and I drive it with
Again,
my body.
Weight shift in. Is it? How to get the power? So give you a feeling. He wanted Atlantia this way.
Yeah. The reason that I fought in the Midrealm, I had a thrusting tip on my sword. Yay, who cares? I went to Atlanta and I really wanted to win crown. And I am not the typical Atlantean knight. I don't have that build. I don't have that power. I'm not blessed with a tremendous amount of athleticism. I'm a little bit flexible, which is kind of cool. But so I got really, really good at putting this tip wherever I wanted it. And I got really, really good at making this tip be able to drive nails. And that's how you win an Atlantean crown. It's just that easy. And almost, I fight in the champions battle fairly frequently, and everybody knows that if the fight goes my way, they're going to get stabbed. Nobody's surprised that I throw thrusts. Nobody's surprised that I lead a thrust. Some people tell you not to lead a thrust. It's fine to lead a thrust. If you know you're going to stab the other person, it's phenomenal to lead a thrust. But again, you have to make sure that your opponent is in a position to receive the thrust before that. I forget, somebody said something about gambling in an earlier class. I commit that way because I'm past the point of gambling. I know if I'm going to do that, and not like I never miss or anything, but if I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that and know that the candy's going to come out.
So, real quick, just because I think you're close to...
Yeah, I'm very close.
Okay. We're going to do one more drill, and that is, I'm going to set this somewhere, and you just get into your stance, and then your job is to thrust it slowly. Right?
I love you.
You're gonna put that, and if I have to change hands, I can change hands. But right now, the idea is, here I'm going to change for him. He's going to drop into that position, then he's going to weight shift. So the idea is drop into a position you can then weight shift in and just push me slowly back.
Okay.
Okay, so there you go. Do it again so people can see. And the reason why we want to do this, see, now he's weight shifting. And you can go ahead and push at that point. I don't care. So the idea is everybody has a different stance in that. So this is hopefully going to help you understand that maybe my stance ain't right when that weight shift ain't going to work. So we're going to do this last piece for everybody. Okay? And if people are okay with using their body, you probably don't care. Go ahead and we can put people in those places. You got pads. If you're more comfortable doing it, people with pads, just go ahead and do it. But everybody grab, or a couple of people, this cycle.
Just everybody pick up a boffer sword and find someone you'd like to stab.
And then there you go. And if you want to stab us with these, come on over and we'll rotate through you. And then you watch how make sure they drop it slow.
Yep.
And then make sure they feel it.
And don't feel like you have to throw these with rocketing force or anything. Move as slow as you can. The important thing is to get into that stance and get that weight change. I think we're going to go on people with the targeting mitt.
See the difference?
Now, instead of that, just that. Okay. So this is the thrust you were throwing, right?
Yeah.
From here, throw it like this, like a pop, boom. And you've got that weight change and you're pushing the action. Don't hold that in front of your face with anybody else but me. Okay. Do you see the difference? And that's the difference between a shot that lands like that and a shot that lands like that.
Not as good, is it? Now wait. Yeah.
Go up to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
Please don't hit me in the face.
Ready? Okay. There we go. Right in your pit. Good. Now, watch where you're breaking that arm. Get it started, and then drop it in tension.
Slow.
Good.
Slow
Now
down.
this time, just do it slow.
Boom. Now shift.
Shift.
Good. Now,
Yep.
yeah. Weight shift.
And
Boom.
and where you want that weight shift to eventually be is, boom.
Yeah. That's why we have to do it a little slower, more intention.
How do you practice that targeting on the preen shot as it comes
There
in? Are you
you
just working
go.
with a pellet?
See why we have to do this?
I have little circles this big on my wall with different numbers on them.
So you just go there.
And I have on my phone, it'll go
Number generator.
3553335553355222223.
I would like to know how to thrust people accurately without ever training.
Oh,
Like I just want to be able to hit the spot that I care about with not ever.
well,
trying.
the best way I can tell you that is to try the pointing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say to play PlayStation or Xbox with the radar.
Yeah. Yep. No. Try the
It helps guide.
point.
So
You use like that box.
Yes.
no fur.
I have so many questions. I can't. So after class, I'll grab you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right.
If that's okay.
Yeah.
If you've got time.
I'm in Pennsic. What the fuck?
Right? Go ahead. Now do it without weight shift.
Right?
There's nothing to it.
I'm
Right?
familiar with that feeling, right? So just
Yeah.
no.
Is that right? Now drop it.
It's just
Don't
that.
even need to step. Just weight
It's
shift.
just
over.
that weight shift we do
There
before
you
the
go.
ladder
You see
drill.
how intentional it becomes?
Or the
Now turn. Bring your hand to
the super data.
Yep.
Yep. And feel.
Feel right in here.
You want it like as
All the way.
Oh, you want it all the way over?
for him. I want it all the way over.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Do you
don't
feel
stop.
the difference and you've got your body behind it?
Now
I
wait.
know it's a little
Stop.
clumsy. Just go
No,
real
there you
slow.
go. Lean onto that front foot.
Oh, I see. I gotta get down to this angle.
And
There it's good. Good.
the place you can hit behind a shield
Right.
with that is different.
In the face.
Sorry.
How dare you strike the
But
Your Majesty.
in the real initial piece of this
Yeah.
is think about that foot. Like right now you want to step in. That problem with the step is it gives you too big of a foot between. Just lean on it. Drop into the ground. There you go. Drop into the ground. You see how strong those
Yeah,
become?
that's,
Isn't that changed totally?
yeah, that's what I never bend my knees.
Yep.
You're dropping and that powers.
And
really
and I mean,
intentional.
and you can force multiply that. You can drop into it. You can drop into it with a step. You can drop into it with a step where your basket's behind your thigh
Or you could
and drive it.
right? Or you can literally step into that corner and do it.
Yep.
Yes. Step.
Oh.
Oh, yep. There we go. Ready? Step into that corner and do it. Bang. Same time.
And you can get that point all the way across your body. You can step wide to get that shield like here
Yeah. I want to see you guys.
or even that off hip.
Cross ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your normal, right? Now just
Where am I
drop
shooting?
into that. Yes.
Do you want
That's
to
the
shield?
one I would do. No, yeah.
Drop
actually,
harder
let's
into that front leg. That's it. Yeah, and that brings it even over. See how more weight, more you drop, the more power you end up having.
What's that?
When you're coming across, why you're asking to come all the way over?
Because there's a lot more power in that behind my body.
Okay.
Boom.
It's to be able to get the push
Yeah.
from the weight from the body.
And to change shape, change angle and direction, because everybody can block this. They can see it coming. It's, they got to be wide open. But do you block that?
The reason I ask is that when I'm throwing that across body, I tend to have palm up, and it looks like you're coming further
Yep.
around. And so,
Boom.
So coming further around, you're pulling more into the body to be able to get that weight behind it, right?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Well, the slipping off, this is very slippy, so and those are very wide tips. That with a single tip and more flexibility, it doesn't slip.
Also, when you make your thrusting tips, don't put duct tape on the end. Put either tool dip or a friction tape. Yeah, don't get anything slippy or glossy because it will slip. And especially if you get in there and you feel the fabric and you have good body mechanics and you can put that drive and that weight change behind it, it's stuck to the cloth,
So I have a question for you.
Sure.
So I was watching you work with His Majesty, and the way I've understood a lot of the approaches, if you're going to if I'm going to go on my sword side against someone, then I want to come with essentially the top of my hand facing up so that I can have the point driven in. And if I'm going to go to the offside, I would have my palm facing the other direction, so that it's coming in that way. It looked like there was something where you were going to say same side, but it was coming across.
So I'll throw this because I can collapse the sword into my body and shorten the distance.
Can we do that slowly?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're approaching me, okay, and I have a target there at your shoulder, your shield's down or you're pointed like this, and I go, boom, and turn right over the top of your shield age, and I've shortened the range. There's lots of ways to shorten range. Somebody steps up on you and you still want that thrust. You cannot create distance in front of you. You can only create distance behind you. So if we're fighting here and I want to stab you, I'm going to create that distance behind you. Okay? And I know that my knee is on your center line. So if I bring my tip to your center line and I pressure your shield, boom, I've got you.
Yep,
I don't have to
agree.
think about it because my hand comes down, my knee's pointed, boom, boom.
You created the distance behind you.
And you create the distance behind you.
All right. All right, folks. Say goodbye.
Thank you, Grace.
Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next Pennsic.